Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra July 20th, 2022. Venus is now transiting your solar 10th house, and during this cycle, you are more aware of how you come across to others. You might naturally work on polishing your look, image, style, and act. It's, in fact, a very good time to do these things. Advancing your goals can involve being especially friendly and personable during this transit that runs until August 11th. People more readily recognize your artistry, taste, or creativity. You more thoroughly enjoy your responsibilities or role, and your reputation may get a nice boost. Today, buried hurts can jump out of hiding, and if you are not careful, they can find expression in one way or another in your conversations. Stalemates can occur, so avoid pushing matters. It may be better to observe, formulate a strategy, and then act later. Consider that your words tend to have more impact at this time. If you use the tense energies of today and tomorrow constructively, it can be an excellent time for pouring yourself into a project that gets you somewhere. Major drama will consume our mental headspace today. With mental Mercury drawing attention to your ambitions and professional life, you've likely been feeling positive of your recent progress. However, things at home and with your lover may not be as smooth as you thought, as Pluto orbiting in your solar 4th house of domesticity is cranky and displeased. If you've had to grind extra hard on the job and are leaving things to fall through the cracks at home, your partner could have very fierce thoughts and words on the matter. Listen first before you jump into the heat of the moment. Think about your work-life balance throughout the progression of your career as Mercury in Cancer opposes Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Memories of the past may come to mind as you consider what you have achieved thus far. You may also remember the difficulties you have faced to get to where you are now. But this opposition plays on the idea that you may have to face the music as well, since some hidden truths may come to light. You may have a conversation or pertinent insight about your work-life balance that could influence your future trajectory. It may be time for you to go back to school to get another degree in your field, or to begin studying a completely new field. One thing is for sure, you are ready for a change. You likely have not been progressing as quickly as you'd like. It's not due to your lack of ability, but may be because of a poor fit with your job environment. A change of environment would do you good, though a change of careers could be even better for you. Relations and friends are having a hard time with you and vice versa. Put an end to this mutual feeling of frustration, be honest with yourself and consider compromising on some points. Talking to people to clear things up is also a big help. Regard today's negative atmosphere as an opportunity to resolve conflicts permanently. Everyone is looking to you to make the next move. You may have a lot going on in your life, but you're still the center of your social group. They depend on you way more than you probably realize. Whatever you try to achieve is criticized and unlikely to be accepted in a very favorable way, especially if you feel undue pressure to perform any kind of activity. It is far better to delay important activities or decisions until you feel positive about the outcome. Use your sense of humor to relieve any tension. Don't let your ego get you into trouble today. You could feel a strong sense of confidence, but others around you could be offended if you come across as arrogant. Be bold but helpful with others. Don't try to push them aside or downplay their unique qualities and contributions. You could be eager for glory and applause, but don't step on anyone's toes in your effort to get it. You're sure to feel like you have more energy than you know what to do with today. A vibration is in the air, and with this, you can expect that this will not be one of your more productive days. Try not to fret if there's work piling up, as tomorrow's vibration will help you to get things done. Just roll with the events as they come and do what you are able to. Putting pressure on yourself won't make you any more focused. Everything about having the moon in your relationship sector today is significant, putting it in the right place at the right time. This first visit since Mars left was always going to be a valuable chance to check in, but it also ensures you are emotionally engaged as Chiron, the planet of healing, turns retrograde here today. This is the first of 3 planets that will turn retrograde here between now and the end of next week, and it comes just as Mercury, the planet of communications, return to your friendship sector will support your relationships. In a case of perfect timing, as the moon is making its first visit to your relationship sector since Mars left it is here as Chiron, the planet of healing, turns retrograde here today. Over the next 9 days, the other 2 planets will also turn retrograde, with the moon ensuring you are emotionally engaged as the doors begin opening to the past. Our eyes in the sky. Loving Venus just moved into caring Cancer, so you're probably bending over backward to make sure everyone around you feels safe and comfortable. This is all fine as long as you're taking some much-needed time out for yourself. Putting yourself first during this compassionate transit is an often overlooked but necessary task to avoid emotional burnout. Communicative Mercury is also paired with sensitive Cancer during its moody opposition to dark Pluto today, stirring up all kinds of suspicion and manipulative tendencies. It's so easy to get your feelings hurt and hurt other people's feelings now, so be very careful about how you respond and what you say. When you sense any type of betrayal, your first instinct is to get revenge, but fighting negativity with more negativity during this touchy aspect usually backfires. Fortunately, any tension from the day will all seem like water under the bridge tonight when the moon changes signs into compassionate Pisces while forming a conjunction to benevolent Jupiter. This vibe is perfect for making amends, so if you did butt heads with someone earlier, now would be the time to smooth things over. Be sure to pamper yourself a bit before bed in order to fully de-stress after a rather hectic day. Just after midnight, Mercury in Cancer opposes Pluto in Capricorn, inspiring arguments. This is an aspect of contention. Paranoid thoughts, suspicious behavior, or intimidation tactics are par for the course. Others' polarizing opinions act as catalysts that change the way we think or speak. Fundamental ideas about our history or identity may be challenged now, threatening something seemingly essential to our core personhood. Time and distance are required to see if this is an accurate assessment or a knee-jerk conclusion that we have leaped to out of fear. If we are involved in a conflict, we are apt to bury our emotions and stew, exploding when we finally hit our breaking point. Following this connection, the moon begins its void of course. The best way to get what we desire is to keep our eyes on our own paper and refuse to feed the green-eyed monster. Over the next 2 days, we are content to put our heads down and make steady, deliberate progress towards our goals. On an emotional level, a fixation with optical victory can have us behaving somewhat serious and sober. We might come off as cold to others, however, it is not that we are unfeeling now. We simply understand the work required to achieve our ambitions and are undaunted by distractions. Remember that there are ways to plod conscientiously toward success without making life into one endless chore. Shortly following this, the moon squares off with Jupiter in Aries, making us prone to excess. Today, we are interested in forming the social connections that will enable us to accomplish our desired agenda. Following this, Mercury conjuncts asteroid Ceres, fueling the tensions of the early morning's Mercury-Pluto opposition. Currently, we are speaking up for our needs, or advocating for the needs of others. But in many ways, we are too close to the action, too invested to look at situations objectively. We can therefore demand that others respect our needs while failing to reciprocate unless their priorities are aligned with our own. Avoid making false promises to manipulate situations in your favor.